what's this suspension thing? Ooh. Yeah, you know what it is. I don't know what to call it. We've got some coolant on the sides here. Feel like a 90s gangster and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we live in Cyril's economy, and you might be a car person. You might be asking yourself, what car do I buy in such an economy? Well, we found a gem. A Toyota Camry from 2004, 2.4 XLI. Let me tell you more about it. So first, we're going to start with the styling. Why do I think the styling is worth it? I mean, it does get a 5 out of 10 for the front. And then, coming to the side, yes, we said it looks understated. But it sort of looks like a Benz, like a E-Class. And it looking like a Benz from the side, it drives like one. It definitely drives like one. So looking at this engine, ooh, we've got some coolant on the sides here. But okay, looking at this engine is a 2.4 XLI, 2.4 VVTi from Toyota. No turbos, so it's naturally aspirated, which then in turn makes the car extremely reliable. If you look at it, the Hilux actually has a 2.4 variant in a diesel version, which has a turbo. So this is pushing about 112 kilowatts, which translates to about 150 horsepower and 218 Newton meters of torque. The Hilux version pushes out 110 kilowatts, the diesel version, 110 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters of torque, but it weighs twice as much. Now, looking at that 2.4 from the Hilux, that thing is extremely reliable, and these things are pretty much similar without a turbo, which should show you that this car is meant to last basically forever. Nice. Also, it shows you that they do take the American market cheap, not cheap, but really seriously, because I just opened the bonnet and I had a, what's this suspension thing? Yeah, you know what it is. I don't know what to call it, but let's go on. So sitting inside this, I know you get like minimal technology, but this was made in a time when class or luxury was defined by materials in the car, was defined by how the car drives, and defined by how strong the car is. I mean, the luxury of the time, it kind of looks like 90s luxury. The dashboard has that 90s feel, but everything else feels so solid in the interior. Your handbrake feeling like a proper handbrake. And then here's a touch that we don't really see often in cars anymore. Wood. Real wood. Around here, and the doors have wood. And on your front digital cluster, there's some bit of wood here. Now, for me as a young guy, sound. Stock, this car came with some real sound. If you listen to Amapiano, yeah, this is made for Amapiano. Let's play a beat quickly. Hopefully it's a beat that YouTube won't take off. But yeah, listen to this. This is the sound in this car. Come on. Feel like a 90s gangster and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're rocking with your car. You got your hand on the steering. Closer to my dreams. Let's hear this thing. Come on. Okay, I don't want to play the full song so that we don't get removed from YouTube. Benefit plus, this car is 21 years old, but the air conditioning is crisp ice cold. The air conditioning works, the radio works. When I press a button, it works. All windows work. It has obviously electric windows, they still work. Lock, open works. The mirrors are controlled from the door, showing you class. You don't have to physically go move the mirror so that you can see. Yeah, this is it's a car that is meant for use, like a daily car that you can take out. Still looks like I can go to a business meeting, I can pitch up. I mean, the rims are pretty whack, but as long as I put some BBS rims on there, you know, I'm clean. So yeah, I think this is a car that is worth your money, especially for kids coming out of school and you don't have exorbitant amounts of money to spend to show off to your other friends. You want something that will work. This is it. I mean, you and your friends can go on a daily trip, not a daily trip, but a road trip to Cape Town or whatever, and this will take you there and back. That's the important thing, is that you will get back home. Let's take this thing for a drive and see how it drives. So let's go for a drive. As I said before, this drives like a Mercedes-Benz. The car being a 2.4, naturally aspirated, pushing out only 112 kilowatts, basically 150 horsepower. It's very understressed, which means it doesn't make a noise at all. As you can hear, I'm driving now. Ooh, we have cops. Sorry, I didn't do anything wrong. As you can see, I'm driving now, and really not a lot of engine noise. It's very quiet, very understated, and it just glides through the road. The front suspension, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but the back suspension is a definite 10 out of 10. Because there's no weight on the back suspension. Obviously the front suspension is handling the engine as well. So yeah, you know, you go past the bump and you expect to feel like a gugh or like a jolt in your seat, and it just glides over the bump. And for a car that's less than 100k, I don't think you'll get that anyway. I mean, your Polos, I would compare this to a Polo as a student. Your Polo costs like 400k, you know, and those cost under 100. A better drive in this car. Maybe the technology is not the same, but I mean, I can just go to auto style, put a screen that has Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, and all the modern technology, and I'm set, you know. Put ambient lighting, everything is leather in this car. The seats are leather. I've got way more space. We're cruising, you can't even hear the engine. Yeah, I think this is a car worth the money. I would argue though, because it's a 4-speed, you know, it has an American type drive. Although cruising at 120 on a flat road, it's perfect, but as soon as you go up the hill, sometimes she tends to kick down, which is sort of like a disadvantage, because then the engine starts screaming a little. Very weird. But as soon as you get to 140, you start cruising on 140. Yes, you're breaking the law, but the car feels at home. That's because of the ratios of the gears. The car doesn't slow down on the hills at 140. It literally holds. It feels like you're in a cloud. And yeah, so I would say this car is more suited to an autobahn type drive. Maybe 140 to 200 kilometers an hour. It is so smooth, it just glides. But 120 on a flat road, perfect. But as soon as you start going up the hills, to hold that 120, she kicks down, and that's due to the ratios. Other than that, I have zero complaint about this car. Aircon is ice cold. It comes with cruise control. Here, the same cruise control system that you see in a 2025 Toyota model. Your Toyotas, your Hiluxes, your Fortuners, the exact same system. So I'm used to the system already, and it's working perfectly. Like, I'm cruising. You know, my feet can be up here. Here are my feet. Look at my feet. Look at my feet. I'm cruising. Ah, come on, guys. Can't say this car is horrible. So yeah, I just kicked it down to gear 2. Sorry about that. But yeah, I have zero complaints about this car, you know. It is worth the bang for the buck, if that makes sense. As a big guy, a scorer, I'm comfortable. I'm driving the same car as Mr. 𝐶𝐉𝐒. Is it 𝐶𝐉𝐒? One of the bodybuilders drives a Camry. So, yeah. We can see why he drives a Camry. There's lots of space for you to get big and strong. Okay, so we are gonna attempt a 0 to 100 now. See how she does. The claimed is 10.8 seconds. I feel like that's a lie. Maybe 9 seconds. Oof. She does have pull, especially that first gear. First gear goes to 60. Second gear goes over 100. Second gear goes to 120. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Yeah, so the car does have some bit of power. I think your normal 1 liter TSI won't keep up with this. And as a student, do the math. Do the math. Do you want to be paying off a car with some interest just to drive a Polo? Or can you get a Camry, cruise around, put your screen in? Maybe if you're a stance guy, this car's perfect. Put your BBS room in and cruise. I mean, sound you sorted off the bat. You don't need to go put extra sound unless you wanna annoy your neighbors, you know. I'm cruising and I can't even hear the engine. I think this car was made to cruise. Yes, it's got some power. You can overtake, but it does feel at home cruising. That's what it's meant for. So I've decided that in order for my word to be trusted, let it not only be me telling you this, but let me get a passenger. Let me be a chauffeur. So I'm going to pick up, you guys know him from the podcast, the famous 𝐵𝐿, the one who likes to say things that could get you cancelled, basically, and he does not care. So we know he's going to be honest. Let's call him up. Let's put him in the back seat and let's chauffeur him around and see what he says. 𝐵𝐿! Yes, sir. So, yeah, so we have 𝐵𝐿 coming now. He's going to get in. And we're going to hear his opinion, and maybe he can tell us a few more things because he seems to
where the
act
camera
like
can't
a
see me.
dictionary or behind me, like a, yeah, I was going to butcher that. Encyclopedia. Is it 𝐵𝐿, is it encyclopedia?
What?
Where you get all the information.
Yes.
Am I saying it right?
Yes, encyclopedia.
Okay, thank you. All right. 𝐵𝐿, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about how you feel about this car, how it drives. And we know you're a very honest person who never hides his opinion. So you should let us know. So taking off, I'm chauffeuring you. Would you like any music or?
I think the music is gonna mess with the camera, so
Okay,
a
so
nice quiet drive will be appropriate.
a nice quiet drive. Okay. What is your rating for comfort at the back, being chauffeured in this car?
Well, Musa, it hasn't even been 100 meters yet, so can you give me some time?
Okay, let's give him some time. Are you late for any meeting? Do you want me to drive fast?
Yeah, can you actually just go to the garage, please?
Okay, so we're going to the garage now.
Why are you going this way? Is there no garage?
There's a garage this side.
Oh.
So yeah, my foot is halfway. It's still giving me that lazy feeling. It's like just after 3/4 is where it starts responding really well as a car, but otherwise it's a very lazy drive.
Very comfortable, I won't lie to you. I mean, coming from my pocket rocket, this is a very comfortable drive.
So we just went over a bunch of bumps and I could not feel it. I could not feel the jolting or anything, but I could hear it. And that is the difference where you realize, okay, well, this isn't a Mercedes-Benz, because, you know, the sound of you going over the bump tends to intrude into the cabin, whereas it doesn't intrude onto your back. So it feels like a Mercedes-Benz, but it still sounds like a Toyota.
Did you say it feels like you said it sounds like a Mercedes-Benz and it sounds like a Toyota? Did you say
I said it feels like a Mercedes-Benz, but
sorry,
sounds
maybe
like
I
a Toyota.
heard you incorrectly. My apologies. But it's a very comfortable drive, I'll give you that. And the fact that you're seated in your normal seating position, and I still have room.
Do you have plenty of room?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so we're here at the garage. Yeah, I mean, this has been a comfortable drive so far. The one letdown I would say, ooh, I've taken the wrong turn. The one letdown I will really say is there. Maybe fuel consumption isn't a Polo. You can get away with pouring a 200 Rand in this car and it goes to a quarter tank. But that should last you to Pretoria and back, which is not bad. But I mean, a Polo with 200 Rand should last you to Pretoria and back maybe 3 times. On the highway, it's very good. It's very good. Let's be honest.
To Pretoria and back.
Yes.
200 Rand.
Yes. When I pour 200 in the Polo, it says 200 kilometers, and then when I get on the highway, it gains kilometers because it eats at about 3 liters per 100, where this will probably chill at about 7 liters per 100. So I think the advantage of fuel consumption, maybe you get it in a new car, but I don't think it's that much of an advantage. If I'm paying 400,000 for a brand new car, a brand new Polo, minimum, I don't think I'm gonna pay for 400 or 300,000 worth of petrol over the years. And then you take into account your servicing, things going wrong, your reliability, and so forth. And that's where this becomes way more value for money. On top of that, it is under stress. So a car that is under stress shouldn't be too fuel efficient. Okay, so we're back online. Mpho has just gotten his drink. And yeah, so we did find one issue while we stopped at the garage. The back seat door from the inside does not work, which obviously made me look like his chauffeur because I had to chauffeur. Because I had to get out the car and open it for him. Huh, Mr. Mpho?
Yes, Musa.
Yes, sir. Where to next?
Please
Okay, so we're going to drive a little faster now.
Just turn off the aircon, giving a bit of a draft.
Oh, sorry about that. Drive a bit faster just to see how the car handles. Some bit of speed. You're already at 100.
You know, one thing I will say though is that
yes, this thing moves. Ooh. So did you hear the jolt? Although I didn't feel the jolt,
I felt it.
Did you feel it?
Not from the suspension, obviously, because there was a change in road texture and whatnot. But what I will say is that you need to understand that because of this kind of segment of car it is, you're not necessarily supposed to feel it when it pulls off. And given the 𝐕𝐵Ti engine, your car only really kicks into proper power once you have passed a certain speed. Do you understand that?
Yes. After 3,000 revs, that's why when you're chilling on the highway and you're below 3,000 revs, it just feels like nothing is happening. And then as soon as you touch 3,000, all of a sudden it feels like a sports car.
It's that 𝐕𝐵Ti, brother.
So it does have that like sort of old V12 takeoff, but once it's going, it goes. I definitely think they claim 10.8 seconds 0 to 100 is not realistic. I think it's way shorter, maybe 9 seconds, maybe 8.5, somewhere there. But I think that claim time they give us is not accurate at all. When you do drive faster, the engine does scream, which protrudes into the cabin. But as soon as you have a lazy drive, can't really hear the engine. Feels like nothing is happening. And that is us back home safely after testing a 21-year-old car that feels brand new?
Very good buy.
Very good buy.
Very good buy, in my honest opinion.
You were saying something about the history of the car. You said this is a Lexus. What did you say?
I said that the reason why, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why we don't get luxury variants of Toyotas is purely because that's what Lexus's job is for in South Africa. If you think about it, the Toyota Corolla, there's no Lexus equivalent of a Toyota Corolla. The Camry used to be a thing.
What is the equivalent of a Lexus for this model? The 04 Camry that they still sold. One of the last Camrys they sold. I think they stopped selling it in 2006 in South Africa. What is the equivalent?
The equivalent would be the ES250.
So there you have it. I mean, you're getting basically an ES250 in a Toyota. Just a bit older, but very reliable. Very nice drive. I mean, Toyotas, we know them extremely for reliability, but they're not known for this type of feeling. They're not known for how the engine feels. They're not known for how the car drives. It's more that you get in the car and it will start and go. And with this Camry, you sort of get that start and go advantage with a bit of a Benz touch. And I think that is dope.
Watch him open the door for me. Thank you, Musa.